Hello world, Shelly here, and in case you missed the news, Science Serum tie-dye is back. I know it sounds like I'm saying tie-dye, like my t-shirt, tight eye. I can't help it, I talk fast. It's a Chicago thing. Tie-dye is back, and in honor of its return, which I thought was never going to happen, I'm so happy, we're gonna do a walkthrough on what this is, how to apply it, how it works, what's in it. Thank you to Science Serum. They are sponsoring this video. You know I very rarely do sponsored videos, and I only do them with products that I already know that I love. Now, for funsies, I went back to look and see when my very first Science Serum video was, and it was February of 2018. So I've been using this product for 6.5 years because that video was a 2-month test. Now I'm going to attempt to go back into my archives and find some close-up pictures of my wrinkles, fine lines, my eyes, to see if I can compare. And if I can find some, I'll insert them right here. And if I can't find any, it's hard to find the high-res stuff. I wasn't as careful about saving all my original files back in the day, but this stuff is awesome. If you are not familiar with tie-dye, here's the deal. It's a product that you put on, wait a little while, remove, a few minutes. We're going to do it right here on screen. And you get some immediate impact for tightening the under eye area. And I personally also use it on the hoods of my lids. It's not, you know, like prescribed to be used that way. I don't know what word I'm looking for. It's not a prescription product. It's not like they didn't design it to use it that way, but the reason I use it so religiously is that, okay, I'm gonna keep my eyes as relaxed as I can. I'm looking straight forward. Do you see all this extra gobbledygook hooded lid situation happening here? This has gotten worse in the last 10 years of my life. I'm gonna turn 50 in a few months, and pretty much since I turned 40 or so, the outer corners have just gotten heavier, droopier. There's more excess, I don't know, skin there that's no longer as tight and plump as it used to be. And so while my eyes aren't completely hooded, and I do have a habit of talking with my eyebrows up, not because of my eyes, but just that's how I've talked my whole life. So you can't tell a lot of the time because my eyebrows are lifted. But if I relax my face, this gets in the way when I do my eyeshadow. And so I take my tight eye up onto the hoods of my lids, and it tightens that area too. So you get this immediate firming, tightening for the duration of your day, but you also get ingredients that have longer term skincare benefits to them. So it really is a skincare treatment rather than just a cosmetic for the day. You know what I'm saying? There are some products out there that are just, you know, for that, kind of like putting on makeup where you're going to look different for a day and then you wash it off and you're back to the way you were. You will be back to the way you were at the end of your day, but over time, if you use it as a treatment, as a skincare product, you will notice improvement over time. And I have 10 different Science Serum, exclusively Science Serum videos that I've done, most of them before the company ever knew who I was. So thank you again, Science Serum, for knowing who I am now, because they did send this to me, and this is a sponsored video. I am making it at their request, but nothing is scripted. They've given me no talking points. Everything I say is completely my own words from my heart. And so I guess if I screw everything up, it's also my fault. Let's get into this. Let's do this, shall we? Oh, this is cheaper than it used to be too. Lower price since they've come back. I was going to say something else. I can't remember what it was. Oh, I think code Shelly still works for 20% off. I didn't confirm with them. I'm not sure. Double check. I'll link it down below anyway. You can try to save you some money, even more dollars. They've been running a bunch of sales with their welcome back whole, you know, party theme. So yeah. All right. First, you're going to need a damp rag. Make it more damp than not. You know, it doesn't have to be dripping. Mine's not dripping, but it's not totally wrung out. It's a little bit easier to remove the product when you've got just a little extra moisture. Also, cold. Cool if you can't handle cold, but cold. Because this stuff is a little bit backwards from what your natural instinct might be. Typically we think of products will melt in heat and solidify in the cool. But this stuff is the opposite. It solidifies in the heat and melts when it's cooled. So if you order this and you happen to get a shipment and it's summertime like it is right now, we're in the middle of a heat wave. I'm in Virginia. And we just kicked off a wonderful heat wave. I think it's going to affect a good portion of the United States. If you receive it and you can't get it to pump out of the bottles because it's very warm, so stick it in your fridge for a few minutes and then it'll liquefy and you'll be able to get it out. So let's do a demo on how to apply and how to wear it. While we are waiting for it to set down, I will talk through some of the ingredients that are in here. And yeah, let's do this thing. It's been several years since we've done a full tie-dye walkthrough. So the container has an awesome no cap situation. Nothing's gonna go flying. I drop my caps all the time and it's so annoying. Now I do this in my morning skincare routine when I'm especially clumsy, so you don't have to worry about any cap. You twist it up, the pump comes up, twist it down, it's locked in. And the key to applying this is you don't want to dab it on, you want to smear it on. Smoking a pancake. Use your ring finger or whatever finger you think is the least strongest of your fingers while you still have some control. So I don't use my pinky because I don't have much control. My ring finger's pretty weak. We don't want to be like pushing too much or dragging things around or pulling too much around our eyes. You know, you don't want to make more wrinkles. We're working on getting rid of them, not making new ones, right? So, get a little pump. One pump, about so. Is my camera not going to focus again? Well, one pump. I use a pump per eye, and that's when I'm doing both top and bottom. If I was only doing bottom, I would do one pump across both eyes. So you're going to take it and smear it on. Smear it on. I'm actually going to go a little heavier. We're going to do a pump and a half just so you can see on camera really well. Smear it on. So now I'm putting it on the hood of my lid. And just get yourself a generous smear. Take it out to your crow's feet over here if you have them. I have them. You can't really tell because I'm not smiling right now, but they're there. I promise you. Another pump. Smear it on. I don't bring it all the way to my inner corner. There's no reason, though. I guess you could if you feel like you have wrinkles all the way in there. I'm going to do just a little smidge more. Get the hoods. Get the crow's feet. Try not to get your eyebrow hairs in there because it's just going to dry funny and feel weird. It's not going to hurt them. All right. Now that we've got this on, we are going to wait. Typically it's about 5 minutes. Kind of depends what the weather is and what your body temperature is, what your environmental temperature is. If it's warm out, it's going to solidify quicker. If it is cool out in the wintertime or you have a lower temperature, you got your AC blasting, it's going to take a little bit longer. 5 to 10 minutes figure. So while this is drying down, it's doing its thing. Let's talk about ingredients. So number one, it's got hyaluronic acid, which we know is an ingredient that can hold multiple times its own weight in water, moisture, and it's great for hydration. Now, a lot of times when we talk about hyaluronic acid, I will put on the little caveat, you know, the asterisk, where I say, but hyaluronic acid is one of those things that if it doesn't have enough moisture in its environment to pull and attract, it can actually pull moisture from your skin if you live in a very dry environment. So if you're in the desert, for example. but this is not a leave-on product. You know, we only have this on for 10 minutes and then we are wiping most of the product off. So don't worry about that. Hyaluronic acid's going to do its job while it's here and then be gone. So if you are in a desert climate, don't worry about the asterisk that I usually put on hyaluronic acid, because in a wash-off product, you don't really have to worry about it. We've also got vitamin C. Vitamin C is an antioxidant that is going to be, those are the ingredients that are like fighting your environmental stressors, the things you encounter every day, things that cause damage to your skin, pollution and UV light and anything in our environment that is basically going to be attacking our cells. Antioxidants are going to help prevent the oxidation, free radical damage. You know, you're fighting off damage that's coming from the environment, from stressors, from things inside your body as well that cause inflammation, all of that. We like antioxidants. They're good. We've also got biopeptides in our Tight Eye product. I'm gonna try to articulate those words and say them more slowly. So peptides basically give a helping hand to collagen. One of the things with collagen, as we get older, our body doesn't produce it as much of it or produce it as well as it once did. And collagen is what gives your skin the nice plumpness. Like if you feel like your skin is feeling almost deflated or you just feel saggy, part of the problem could be that your collagen needs some more help. You need some more of it. You need better production of it. And so the biopeptides are going to give our collagen production a helping hand. Collagen in any which way you can get it at this age is not a bad thing in most cases. Let's see. Peptides are also going to help with circulation. Now, we're going to talk about caffeine in a second. That's going to help with circulation too. But if you think about circulation, like blood flow is really important to your body to be able to repair itself, to be able to take waste away from cells and remove it from the area. Excess fluid, that like circulation is very important. So we want to maintain good circulation in our whole body, but including our skin, our largest organ. We've also got green caviar extract. I got my list here so I don't forget to tell you any of the ingredients. So let's see, let me give you the whole list here. It's been proven to lessen the key signs of aging. I'm reading this piece I copied straight off the Science Serum website. Skin dullness, fine lines, wrinkles, sagging, hyperpigmentation, you know, where you get dark spots like I've got from my sun damage right here. It's also good for moisturization, speeds up production of collagen. They've got some data on that, up to 67%. Firming, hydrating, good stuff. Now, caffeine. Caffeine's something I really like in my eye area skincare for a couple of reasons. Number one, circulation, like I mentioned. You ever wake up and you have like that puffiness under your eyes? I'm filming this in the afternoon, so I'm probably as least puffy as I would be throughout the day. Ooh, I feel it's tightening. The tightening's happening. I feel it. It does tighten up, and it feels a little bit strange, especially if you're making facial expressions like I am, like I'm smiling right now. Where was I? Caffeine. Circulation, good. If you get puffiness under your eyes, you want your body to come take away fluid buildup that's causing that puffiness to happen. Caffeine's good. It can help perk up your complexion just like it helps perk us up in the morning. I don't drink coffee, but I do drink tea and I do drink soda, and that is my source of caffeine in the morning, but I do use caffeine as a pick-me-up. It also can help constrict your blood vessels. And I noticed as I sat down today to film that I have a brand new broken capillary. Where is it? Right above my, I'll put it right above my nail there. A nice little broken capillary in my face. Don't know why. Thanks a lot, nature, body, for whatever mean Rude. Why? Not nice at all. But caffeine, if you are someone that has dark circles under your eyes, one of the possible causes of dark circles under the eyes could be leaky capillaries under the eyes that are leaking blood underneath there, and that's what you're seeing through your skin because the skin under your eyes is really thin. So if that's the cause of your dark circles, caffeine is going to help tighten up those capillaries, which could help prevent them from leaking out so much, and then you'll have less darkness under there, and maybe that little one will go away. Please and thank you. Don't really want a broken capillary in the middle of my face. I don't know where it comes from. But caffeine is also dehydrating. Now, you might think, oh, that's not good. But I'm not talking about dehydrating your skin. It can dehydrate fat cells. And that just reduces the puffy look. It's kind of like caffeine is an ingredient that's often in those, like, what do you call them? Like thigh creams, like skin firming, like cellulite busting types of lotions, creams, things like that. And that's part of it. It can dehydrate the fat cells, which makes them look less puffy, less big, smaller, shrink them, less puffiness. Bravo. Here's the one I have to read off the paper because I can't pronounce it otherwise. Argireline. There we go. Argireline. It is a peptide for reducing dynamic wrinkles. So you've got static wrinkles and dynamic wrinkles, right? Your static wrinkles are the ones not necessarily along movement lines. They're ones, fine lines and things that show up that the best way to improve their appearance can be as simple sometimes as just hydration, because you plump up the skin and then there's no cavern there to make a wrinkle, right? But some of our wrinkles are dynamic wrinkles, and they're the ones that are caused by the motion of our face. And now I'm starting to feel like I can't move the upper half of my face because I imagine that this is what Botox feels like. I have no idea. I've never had Botox. I'm not against it. I'm pretty sure I will be someone that gets it when I get to that point where I feel like I need to make me feel good about myself. But I'm not there yet. But I feel like that's probably what this feels like. Like, I feel like I can't move. Like, because it dries down. Do you see how it dries down? Like, and it I'm telling you, it looks strange. Don't freak. It's all good. We're going to wipe it off in a couple minutes. But it does feel strange. So your dynamic wrinkles are the ones that are forming along motion lines. Your smile lines, and I will say, can't lie, I have used my tie-dye on my smile lines. I'm just saying. They used to have a product called Tight Neck. I hope it eventually comes back because it's a little bit stronger, because our eye area is so sensitive, different strengths of things. There was a product similar to this for your neck, and I also used to use that as on my smile lines. But your crow's feet are another example, or your forehead lines are another example. But since we're talking about eyes, we'll talk about our crow's feet. So when you smile, those wrinkles that form when your face is contorting in a certain way, those are your dynamic wrinkles. And those lines, the Argireline, did I just say it without looking? Did I say it right? Argireline. I think I did. Yes. I try to commit these things to memory, but it's hard. They're strange words. I'm doing my skincare formulation school, and I'm having to learn so much skin and cosmetic terminology that my head's going to explode. But the Argireline, one of the things that it can do is decrease the amount of strength behind the muscle contractions that are causing your facial lines to happen where and when they do, if that makes sense. So if it's less strength behind the contraction that's forming those lines, you are in essence creating less of a line every time you smile, for example, if that's what we're talking about. So it's kind of like decreasing the force by which those muscles are contracting, right? And that's with topical application of this ingredient. So over time, you're going to be reducing that force and reducing the strength at which you keep making more wrinkles over and over and over and over and over on the same spot. You're going to decrease that pressure. And it's almost like you haven't been making the wrinkles for as long, right? You're kind of taking back time, and they become less noticeable. Frown lines do that too, but I'm not frowning. I'm smiling. I'm smiling. Most days. I'm fake smiling a little bit today, because the reason you're getting this video on a Tuesday and not a Monday is because I've had plumbers at my house repiping the house. Another big word I had to learn, polybutylene. Does anyone know what that is? I'm pretty sure that's it. I might be getting the tail end of that word wrong. A kind of piping that was banned in the 90s, but it's the kind of water pipes I have in my house, and it's known for busting from the inside out due to things like chlorine in our typical drinking water, our tap water, and they don't build houses with it anymore. But they built mine with it in 1988. So yeah, you too for $12,000 can have your house repiped, so you no longer have polybutylene piping. Yay. But I'm smiling because it could be so much worse. Like, everything's fine. It's fine. I just gotta keep working. And it's not like I wasn't gonna be working out. Retirement's a long way off, y'all. Long way off. So yeah. But I'm smiling. All right, let's take a look at where we're at here. I have some tie-dye on my eyelash. Let's get rid of that. So here's the situation. It's all dried down. You want to wait until it is dry. I forgot to look at what time it was, so I don't know how many minutes it's been. It's probably close to 10. It's kind of wild because the way it tightens up on your face, I look in the mirror and I feel like this is what I'm going to look like 20 years from now. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's kind of a strange, like, look into the future. And the wildest thing, let me know if this happens for you too, because I know a bunch of you already use tie-dye. When you're applying it and it dries down and you look in the mirror, do you see your older relatives in the mirror? Like, I look at this and my eyes, I know I am the granddaughter of my grandma. Like, I can see my grandma's eyes in what this looks like when it dries down on me. It's so wild. Maybe I'm crazy. I don't know. Have you had that happen? I want to know in the comments. Do you get that when you wear this stuff? All right, well, you're not going to go out like this because now it's time to wash it off. So get your more damp than not cloth, preferably cold water. Cool if you can't handle the cold. I do not like cold water, but I do it for this. Now, this is easiest if you take your damp rag or cloth or whatever and hold it on your eye for just a few seconds. Because like I said, warmth is what makes this a solid product and cold is what makes it liquefy. So if you can reduce the temperature of it just a little smidge, then you're not going to have to tug at your eyes and rub as much. See, that whole... Oh, man, I just moved my contact lens off my eyeball. Oh, it's back. Thank goodness. But I wiped across the top and it came off in one swipe because I held it there for a moment. I'm going to do a couple swipes on here because I feel like I got it in my eyelashes. There we go. All gone. So just give it a few seconds and lower that temperature, because as you lower the temperature, it will liquefy, and then you're not going to be scrubbing and rubbing at your eyes. You don't want to rub any more than necessary. You just want to be gentle. Gentle around the eyes, y'all. Ta-da! Now, I thoroughly enjoy the Moisturizer from Science Serum, and the main reason I like it, it's a very nice lightweight moisturizer, but my main reason for liking it is I am prone to milia around my eyes. I don't know if it's milia or just congested pores, but heavy eye products will give me the little white bumps around my eye area. I actually have one that's been starting to go away, but it's right under my eye. And I actually have two hard ones on my eyelid that have been here for a good 6 months or so that I'm prone to it. You won't get that with this stuff. This is super lightweight. There is nothing in here that's going to aggravate or induce. Woo! I shot it on the wrong finger. Aggravate or induce milia. So that is why I like their moisturizer. Now, normally, before I put my moisturizer on, I would go do the rest of my skincare. So I would do my serums on my face, you know, my number 7. I would do all of the remaining steps of my skincare, and then when it came to moisturizer, I would do this one first, and then I would do my whole face moisturizer, and then my sunscreen. But, and again, use your weak finger. I like my ring finger for this. But if you're prone to milia, it's a wonderful moisturizer for the eye area. It does not aggravate or create any new milia problems for me. And there you have it. Now you go about your day. It's even less puffy just like that, like just instantly. But over time, so here's the thing. Science Serum had supply chain issues back in like, the last time I had talked with them before recently was like May of last summer. And they were having supply chain issues getting the ingredients, and it didn't seem like they were going to be back. And so I was hoarding my last bottles and using them sparingly. Now, you'll get best results if you use this every day. But over time, so after about a year of me using it every day, I got to the point where I wasn't going to be improving anymore than what I had, you know, because you're not going to bring yourself back to looking like a 5-year-old, right? You can only go back in time so far. So once you reach that sort of equilibrium where you've improved as much as you can, you're kind of in a maintenance mode. And in my maintenance mode, I can use it 3 or 4 days a week, and that's plenty. So a bottle lasts me quite a while. But the reason I can tell when it's getting to be time for me to ramp it up, or when I'm losing the benefit, is when I'm doing my eyeshadow and I start hitting the hood of my lid. So when I'm doing the windshield wiper motions and I keep running into the hoods over here, then I know, I need to get back in my Science Serum. So it's kind of funny because I had reduced how much I was using it because I wanted to make it last as long as humanly possible, because I didn't think they were coming back. And I thought I was going to have to live without it. I have lost some of my lift. It's coming back though, because I'm back in the saddle. I'm doing my tie-dye again because I'm so happy. I know. These are definitely first world problems. I completely understand that. But I love my tie-dye. I do. My tie-dye and my tight eye. I love them both. Speaking of tie-dye, the shirts. I'm working on them. I've got them photographed. One of my plans is to get them up on my website this week. I have so many shirts that I've made that are awesome. They'll be up soon. I promise. I'm working on it. So there you have it. That's how you use this stuff. That's why I love it. Use it on your hoods and your under eyes if you have hooded lids. That's my advice. I'm not going to say don't use it on your smile lines, because it works really well. I don't want to not have smile lines. I mean, obviously you want to have them, but I just don't want them to be so deep that they're like catching foundation and gathering. You know what I'm saying? I just want them minimized a little bit. Just take the edge off of them, right? Kind of like crow's feet. Like, the nice thing about dynamic wrinkles, especially from smiling and laughing, is it means you had smiles and laughter, you know? You don't want to get rid of that in your life. Although I do say RBF keeps you looking young, ladies. And gents, I would say. Which I do have. When I'm not filming, I look very stern. I look aloof, I've been told. I look mad. I'm surprised I don't have really 11s, like, at all. Because I feel like I furrow my brows a lot. But maybe it's because the RBF does it. Science Serum, thank you very much. I love you. Please don't go away ever again. Please, please, please. I will link this down below. Try code Shelly. It might work for a discount. I can't remember. I didn't check. Bad YouTuber. There you have it. That's how you use it. That's why I love it. That's the good stuff. Link will be down in the description box. It won't be in the like shelf thing where you can shop YouTube, because I don't think they are in that list of vendors that YouTube has set up. But if they are, I'll put them in there. I'll link it however I can. But worst case, it'll be in the description box. And yeah, have you tried it? Have you used it? Do you like it? Let me know in the comments down below. And if you have any questions, I'm sure they will be popping through to look through the comments. Throw them in there. I'll answer anything that I can. And there you have it. I'm so glad they're back. Very, very glad. Now I'm going to go edit this and post it. You're getting a same day edit and posting. Plumbers are coming back tomorrow, and half of my house has no water. Half of it does have water, so like I said, it could be worse. It could be worse. I'm going to try to get you a video up on Wednesday as well, but if not, I will have the e.l.f. foundation coming for Friday. Dun, 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 dun. All right. As always, thanks a lot for taking some time out of your day to geek out over skincare with me this time. Check me out over on Patreon. I post some behind-the-scenes stuff and sales and whatnot over there. Oh, speaking of sales, go make sure that you have, if you wanted the Dragon Eye palette from What's Up Beauty, it's back in stock. Probably for a very limited time, but they have it back. Go get you some. Okay, that's everything I have. I can't think of anything else. I appreciate your time, and I hope you guys all have an awesome day or night wherever you are in the world. Take care of each other. Bye-bye.